But on the earth, men are influenced by so many things, by climatical conditions, by environmental conditions, by psychology, by money, by dress, whatnot. Everything men are influenced. But each man are not identified as a particular groups. We have a diverse groups in this world. There are 198 countries. 198 countries have a diverse cultures, diverse languages, diverse science, ethnics, everything. So in order to manage all these things, organization is a company which give you an opportunity to work with the different mindsets of a people, different cultures of a people, different ethnics of the people. So here we have to initiate a strategy how to run a successful business in this competitive world. So Henry Ford is the first person who come with a strategy of top-down approach where he quoted and he made his business as cost effective. Cost effective in the sense he removed the sum of the cost of the raw materials by components getting from the suppliers. He made it as own so that it will give 5% hikes to their employees, which increases the cost of living of those employees. In these business strategies there are so many types where every organization is come with. But if I look at it, the Ford now in 2024, we don't have seen a successful car company, and Ford company is run out of India as there is a no car sales. But at the same time, we can also see that Kia is a company which comes to India, which is successfully running their car manufacturing organization. If we go outside, we can observe so many Kia cars in India rather than a Ford cars. But we have to observe that why that business is not well grown in this society, why Kia is comes and rule this society. So, while reading or analyzing the different people's ethics, cultures, and their mindsets, manager have some behavior and attitudes. So, the manager mindsets are also be taken into the consideration. Manager should know how to how to analyze the things, analyze the mindset of the people. Manager should know how to divide the complex things into the smaller ones and integrated at the last. And he should not think globally instead of standards and works, because we have in 198 countries we have a different cultures and thoughts. So he need to think in worldly, because managers are said to be global but they need to be a local. So where their products are going on, managers will not be fly in air and look at the societies and blur things only. They need to be come out of with it. But managers should know where their product is actually served, actually be delivered, and how consumers are satisfied and what is their feedback. If they know, and the analysis of these things will properly assign a manager to complete their task and run the organization successfully. And if there is a basic question, if I am asking my manager what is your role in this organization, they will purely tell about they are planners, controllers, coordinators, and organizers. But the things which are the five words which I used, organizers, planners, controllers, these are on only on paper. But the managers, if we see in the reality, they are like not in a proactive manner. They are only reacting to the immediate action. If there is some an immediate action, they used to react to that actions which are not anticipated before. So but so many organizations we can see, without knowing the basic things, they can run their business successfully. This is how the coordinating with the teams. We can see in the organization we have a successful teams and not successful teams. If we assign a task to a one team, it will be given a and fruitful result. But if one team, if I give a task, it won't be much. So there is some research scholars, there is some articles how the successful team will work. The successful team only work when you can understand the each team member, and you can address their tensions, and finally disagreement with their opinion. Because if you can see, when a happy couple will not be agreeing with us, there is so many disagreements. It does not mean that every team member have a disagreement regarding the work. each people have their each view. So when you disagree, if another person will convince you technically, then it will drive to be a good team member and a good team in that organization. Sometimes most people will confuse about leadership and a management. Is both are same or a different? There is a famous memes, I want to be a leader, I don't want to be a manager. But it is typically wrong. A leadership without management, manager without leadership, it can't be. It is an integral part of the manager. So when we come to the manager part, when there are so many situations when there was a team need to be immediately action required, there is a necessity task need to be done with immediate, when at that time manager should act as a coercive on us. He will tell like, we command, based on my commands you need to follow. And sometimes if you see based on the situation, like where managers have a time to speak with you to individual goals, like they will ask us what is your long term goal and short term goal based on the task has been assigned to you. That will be coaching leadership style. And there is another style of democratic manager. Democratic manager will not think about an organization, they will think about their people health, their people work, and their people work life balance. These are the different types of working styles, but the manager roles will always same. Only the not three styles which I quoted is not followed by the manager. There are different styles based on the situation they need to follow. And there is a one uh, why Kia is suitable in Indian society, because Kia organization is successfully in their analytics to understand the society, what customers actually needs and what they have their budget, everything they are customizedly analyzes their thing. Their team worked very hard on the ground reality. So they goes and they propose the manufacturing design of their cars by using different design tools, and they come up with the proposals. This is how the Royal Enfield also became successful. Once upon a time we don't have any models in the Royal Enfield, we have only the classic 350 model and a bullet. But nowadays, after understanding the society, Royal Enfield is targeting and expanding their market. It is one of the strategy by targeting the low height peoples, and less white peoples can also their drive their bike. These opportunities are created by the Royal Enfield, and their sales in the year of 2023 to 2024 is marked high in bikes. When come to the organization, especially we have a managers, these managers mindsets are in different ways. What is the duty of the manager when it comes to the organization? Manager is act like in a waiver to work with all different kinds of mindsets and assign their task to their mindset and complete the task. There is a one which we need to discuss about this, which is happened in every organization nowadays. There is a peace setting leadership, in which leadership your manager is expected you to be more productive and a more quality. But while achieving this leadership style and this quality productivity, what is the goals they have, they make under into the micromanagement of employees, which leads to employees will be burnout and walk out of the companies. If we raise the salary to the employees, it is not guaranteed that employees will be retained in the organization. It is depend upon how we give freedom to them and how we observe the work. If manager is successful in that way, we can continue the successful organization. There is another leadership style, that is authoritative leadership style. In this leadership, managers are successfully motivate their team towards the organization goals. If an organization have a more profit or more task to be delivered, more responsibilities, if our a manager is successfully convince their team about the responsibility of their team, people will work for him. And there is some other leadership style which connects the bonding in the team, affiliated leadership style. In this leadership style, if you connect a emotional bonding with the team, then we have a chance to freely listen the feedbacks of each employees and incorporated in the task, and we can see the future task. And the second one, what the manager did in one project, he may carry or he may not be carry. But the thing is, when the same situation occurs in a different project which already he faced, managers are asked to stop and think, and through their experience they need to reflective this mindset. This is known as reflective mindset of a manager, and the reaction mindset. So once you reflective of thought is a good enough, but we need to be show in our execution part also. This is an action mindset of the manager. So these things which makes a manager and a team into being a successful team members. But the market went down. If I look at some, we can see in another classic example is Amazon. Whenever the society is evolving, Amazon is also customized their tool, customized their processes. Amazon is probably the one who provide a job for deaf and dumb, because the job role which is no more use of hearing and speaking, it is only the seeing and use of the hands, they can perform their jobs. We have so many companies and examples like Amazon, which comes with an innovative thought and expand their businesses and the market growth. If you want to be a successful in business, we need to understand the situation and we need to be think innovative. Satyam Computers, which is failed in 2007 due to their internal crisis, where their team members only stepped down them to become a close their company and hand out it to Tech Mahindra. When recently we have also see one aviation company called P3, which is, if I considered Inox theaters, Inox theaters have a proper market share in that movie market. But after OTT is dominating, their market became down. So when such times, such critical situation occurs to the any business, they need to think about an alternative. Inox is also invested in windmills, which is completely not related to the business what they did, and their market share also became down. If I considered power banks are air filters for MI air filters, MI is come with a new product known as air filters. Before, when it is entered into the market, it has a huge growth rate, but after the peoples are stopped purchasing the air filters, so it market share goes down and their market goes down in the particular electronic media.